You've seen Donald Trump move with a motorcade of armored SUVs, airspace lockdowns, and Secret Service agents tracking every blink. But there are children, not presidents, not heads of state who travel with more security than the former commander-in-chief of the United States. A 9-year-old girl tracked by AI satellites in real time, a toddler whose every movement is shielded by decoy convoys, and one anonymous name so sensitive that when it appeared in an Interpol file, an entire international operation was suspended. These kids don't go to school, they're deployed. They don't have Instagram accounts because their digital identities were erased by military-grade AI. Every toy is scanned for emitters. Every home is a sealed compound. They're not just children of billionaires, royals, or dictators. They are the single point of vulnerability in global empires. In this video, you'll step inside a world where security isn't about guards or guns, it's about predictive algorithms, psychological insulation, and engineered invisibility. And if you stay until the end, you'll meet one child so protected, so embedded in the fabric of global surveillance, that even NATO reportedly adjusted an entire flight corridor just to avoid crossing paths. This isn't just protection, it's jurisdictional gravity. 1. Zuckerberg's children, the algorithmic fortress. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't just protect his children like a billionaire, he protects them like a man who built the internet and knows exactly how dangerous it is. You won't find a single photo of his daughters online. No birthdays, no names, no casual family moments on Instagram, because their entire existence has been wiped from the digital grid, deliberately, inside Meta. Even internal systems can't fully track them. Their digital profiles are fragmented, scrambled, and flushed every 30 days through protocols designed by cybersecurity engineers who normally work on state-level counterintelligence. But the digital is only the beginning. At home, ex-Mossad and former CIA agents manage security. Everyone who enters the residence, from teachers to plumbers, is scanned using facial recognition and gait analysis. Even the children's toys are air-gapped, completely disconnected from the internet. Their tablets custom-built. No third-party apps, no microphones, no digital footprint at all. Outside the home, the family cars require retina scans and fingerprint matching just to start. And every route from school to airport is swept by real-time drone surveillance, backed by machine learning models that predict threats before they happen. Zuckerberg isn't just shielding them from paparazzi. He's training them to live outside the attention economy he helped create. Their voices are never fed into AI models. Their faces never enter data sets. Because to him, visibility is a vulnerability. And while most parents teach their kids to be careful online, Zuckerberg's children don't even exist there. But you're also free to ask, is this protection or digital erasure? 2. Elon Musk's son, the decoy matrix. When your father owns the rockets, the satellites, and the neural implants, childhood isn't about playgrounds, it's about protocols. XEA-12, the son of Elon Musk, doesn't just live under surveillance. He is surveillance-proofed. Every movement begins with misdirection. 3 convoys, 3 routes, none of them repeated. His travel schedule algorithmically reprogrammed every hour, responding to real-time variables like cell tower density, traffic cams, and even social media chatter. The security team isn't just private, they're former special forces trained in urban counter-surveillance. And even they don't know the final destination until the last moment. Every location he visits is scanned for ultrasonic bugs. Even the air is monitored for drone frequencies. His digital trail doesn't exist, because the tools used to hide him were built by SpaceX engineers, originally designed to shield satellite data from foreign states. If his name or face appears online without permission, a deep scrubbing tool, the kind used in intelligence warfare, deletes it across platforms within minutes. Inside the house, there are no smart speakers, no connected baby monitors. Every room has a plan B, C, and D. Every toy is stripped for passive signal emitters. This isn't just protection from stalkers. This is defense against pattern recognition, AI triangulation, and data bleed. Because to Elon Musk, the real threat isn't kidnapping, it's becoming part of the data set. And here's the twist. He's not raising a child. He's running a black ops program with a bedtime. 3. Kim Jong-un, the totalitarian heir in most countries. The child of a head of state is a celebrity. In North Korea, celebrity is a liability. Visibility is a threat. For years, the world didn't even know Kim Jong-un had a daughter. Her existence was whispered. Her name, Kim Jong-un, surfaced only through orchestrated leaks, not official statements. Even now, every photo released is a symbol, not a portrait. She's not being seen. She's being presented. She doesn't live in a home. She lives inside a containment protocol, wherever she moves. Concentric rings of armed security follow. Elite guards from Unit 974, raised from birth to protect the Kim bloodline, form the inner circle. Beyond that, compounds invisible on satellite maps, underground tunnels, food vaults, electromagnetic shielding. Every location is siege-ready. Her classmates aren't chosen for intelligence or talent. They're selected for loyalty, family loyalty to the regime. Her teachers, trained intelligence officers. Her environment is analog by design. No internet, no recordings, no chance of digital leakage. Kim Jong-un isn't just a daughter. She's state mythology, a living thread in a dynasty that survives on controlled mystery. To reveal too much humanity would be to break the illusion of divinity, because in North Korea, power isn't passed like an inheritance. It's passed like scripture. And here's the question. If your bloodline was your only identity, would you want the world to know your name at all? 4. Sheikha Jalila Royal Cloud Protocol in Dubai. Wealth doesn't whisper. It disappears behind biometric vaults. Sheikha Jalila, daughter of the ruler of Dubai, isn't just royalty. She's a geopolitical asset, protected like a sovereign gold reserve. Her protection budget alone, over $80 million, making her one of the most expensive children to secure on Earth. And that's just the baseline. Her daily movement is a hybrid operation, layered across 3 sectors: the UAE Presidential Guard, private military contractors from firms like G4S, AI-driven surveillance units tied to satellite uplinks at ground level. The roads she travels are scanned for line-of-sight vulnerabilities. Above, drones map every potential exposure angle. Below, her homes are outfitted with biometric tunnels, climate-controlled panic vaults, and facial recognition grids powered by proprietary AI. One estate in Abu Dhabi, reportedly worth over $52 million, was built not just for royal comfort, but to endure a siege. Digitally, she's a myth. No school records, no voice samples, no online trace. Her educational platform runs on a closed-loop network hosted inside a UAE military compound. No visitors bring phones. Every driver, doctor, tutor vetted by both intelligence agencies and private behavioral analysts. Even her pets are microchipped into the perimeter defense system. She doesn't just live in luxury. She lives inside a data-shielded empire. Because in the Gulf, protection isn't about bodyguards. It's about controlling every bite of exposure. Meme-worthy line. This isn't a palace. It's a 110 million no-fly zone. 5. Prince Jack's Monaco's tax haven anchor. When Prince Jack was born in 2014, Monaco didn't just celebrate. It shut down. Every border crossing, every rooftop, every harbor went silent. Airspace was locked. Security rivaled a G20 summit. But this wasn't for a world leader. It was for a newborn. Because Prince Jack isn't just royal lineage. He's the symbolic backbone of a sovereign tax haven, a city-state that moves hundreds of billions in discrete financial flows. His birth triggered a joint protocol between the French GIGN counterterrorism unit and Monaco's elite Carabiniers du Prince. 30 million deployed before he took his first breath. His nursery inside the Palais Princier is more than a room. It's a vault-grade facility, complete with blast doors, heat signature suppression, and satellite uplink redundancy. The entire palace is layered in airspace jamming tech. As he's grown, the strategy evolved. No public schooling, no photos allowed unless pre-approved. Any image captured near him is processed through military-grade watermark detection to trace potential leaks. This isn't a child hidden from the world. It's a child staged for calibrated visibility. Every handshake is rehearsed, every wave choreographed, because behind every smile is a sovereign debt instrument wrapped in royal silk. And here's the catch, he's not just the face of Monaco, he's the firewall between old money and modern scrutiny. The soul heirs the invisible vineyard. Some estates in France look like vineyards, but they're wired like missile silos. The Dassault heirs children of one of Europe's most powerful defense dynasties aren't raised in luxury. They're raised inside a counter-espionage protocol. No names, no faces. If you search for them online, you'll be rerouted into a firewall. Their routines are managed by predictive AI platforms built by retired NATO-aligned cyber warfare engineers. Every morning before school, their route is swept by autonomous micro-drones scanning for heat anomalies, facial matches, and pattern deviations. Even the cars they use retrofit military-grade armored hybrids, $2.5 million each, equipped with drone jammers and biometric cockpit locks. Their homes disguised as vineyards, but beneath the soil are subterranean control centers, EMP shielding, and acoustic anomaly detectors. The perimeter surveillance is camouflaged as irrigation systems. Weekly metadata cleansing protocols scrub any digital footprint from payment systems to smart device logs. Socially, they're even more isolated. Friendships are algorithmically monitored for sentiment shifts, trust deviation, and psychological infiltration. Because to the Dassault family, a teenage crush could be a foreign asset in disguise. This isn't about kidnapping. It's about preventing leverage. Because when your family anchors Europe's defense infrastructure, your child is not just at risk, they're a strategic vulnerability. And here's the twist. They're not hiding from the public. They're being protected from nations. 7. Aegis, the child with a red flag. No one knows their name. No one knows their face. But one biometric ping from this child can trigger silence inside Interpol. Codename Aegis. This child isn't the offspring of a president or a royal. They belong to a private dynasty that holds quiet leverage over defense contracts, sovereign wealth, and global energy arbitration, and their protection. It's not enforced, it's accommodated. Intelligence insiders call it the soft shield, not immunity, but hesitation. If this child is detected near an ongoing operation, protocols shift, airspace rerouted, surveillance redacted, legal filings delayed until they're safely out of proximity. At least one Interpol operation was reportedly scrubbed mid-mission when Aegis's travel path crossed a target zone. The explanation, jurisdictional complexity, but the truth, no one wants to be responsible for breaching the wrong firewall. Their logistical security package is valued at over $120 million, but the real protection isn't in money. It's influence chains embedded so deep. Even NATO field agents receive relocation alerts without knowing why. Even their family might not see the full scope, because Aegis is not a person to the system. They are a geopolitical variable, a potential destabilizer if touched, tracked, or targeted. This isn't about fame or inheritance. It's about structural risk management. And if that sounds extreme, ask yourself this. When private empires grow bigger than nations, what happens when their children become collateral? What do you call a world where children travel with more security than presidents? Where billionaires erase their kids from data, dictators raise heirs inside myths, and private families force global agencies to rewrite their rules. You don't call it protection anymore. You call it a new definition of power. These kids aren't just being hidden. They're being architected, insulated from every camera, algorithm, and relationship that could expose them. Because in 2025, the real danger isn't bullets, it's being seen. And the most shocking part, none of them asked for it. They were born into systems that treat childhood like classified material, where bedtime stories come with biometric locks. So now we ask you, is this security or surveillance disguised as love? If your identity was protected this tightly, would you still feel free?